Hey, we're live. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yay.
Welcome back to Reroll, or 5 to 10 minute commentary on a game we just played. We just have finished playing Caylus 1303, which is imported in the United States from Asmodee, North America, and it's one of their sub studios, Space Cowboys, that's doing it now. Mike probably knows most about this game, so we're gonna let him start first. Cause tell us a little bit about Caylus. First of all, you want to start with the background on Caylus.
Caylus. Caylus is a upgrade of a 14-year-old game called Caylus. Okay, so
it's 1302 versus.
It brought it up to modern Euro standards for streamlining the way it worked, because as I understand, the previous game, not only did you pay resources for things, you also had to manage monetary things on your game. So there was an extra
Component
step
kind of is gold could
so
technically
they
considered.
basically, the way I heard it explained was they streamlined it by just making it resource oriented to buy a building, and took the monetary thing totally out of it. And so anyway, as far as Euros go, it's probably it's been referred to as one of the potentially meaner games. I mean, I still don't consider what's happening meanness-wise, i.e. stealing a character or moving the provost backwards and forwards, to be that mean compared to games that are really over the top with take that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you weren't really losing that much per se, and you had ways to prevent it if you were thinking ahead.
Sure.
You just had to put it in as part of your planning step, that its potential, and I demonstrated it on the first turn of the game. I made a very obvious demonstration, so that was for an education thing more than it was to try to do anything as to what could happen with the provost.
Yeah.
And it did, and there were a couple instances where you didn't try to block me moving it, and I moved it and you lost a couple resources.
Because I weighed the cost of those resources versus what I was actually trying to accomplish that turn.
Well,
so I was like,
it didn't bother you because you won anyway.
Well, in the end,
losing those didn't matter in the end run. So character movement made a little more difference, for the king's favor.
Yeah,
that's part of the king's
definitely.
favor. You can steal characters and such and so forth. But to me, it doesn't seem like it's a take that type of a game.
Take that in the sense, so no matter what you do, and it's not like intentional or not, you're trying to gain your best benefit. Unfortunately, when you do that, it does affect the other players. So some people can take that as
Euro
like
game.
Yeah, I would say blocking instead of take that. It's not
right,
like I'm
but
going
I
after
mean,
you, but it just
more
blocked you.
there are Euro games where your benefit doesn't necessarily infringe on other people's, and this one definitely does. Anything you do, but it's a basic of like worker placement. When you put something there, you have stopped somebody else from going.
Well, that's Lords of Waterdeep does that.
Yeah.
Understood. And Lords of Waterdeep has also the back take you cards and all that good stuff, right? So there is an element there of it. Depending on the player, they can take that personal or not. I mean, just so you know, that's the game that it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's
Euro. Yeah. So I don't think the meanness that's been overplayed on it is that mean overall compared to others that have been played. So for me, I like the game very much, and I would add it to my collection if there wasn't another game pending on my order.
okay.
Then again, there might have been some more that we didn't see because we weren't playing with like the thief and some of the other
So there is some variation.
So there
in
might
replay.
be
So if you guys go back and watch first play, we played with 7 out of 12 possible what they call them characters, which add extra things that we can do. One of them, as Shelby pointed out, was the thief, which I didn't read what he did.
I didn't read what it did either. So,
but the name sounds like pretty aggressive, right? I mean,
and it was just randomly drawn. So the fact that he wasn't in there was not by design. It was just
cool. So Mike was a yes. He would play it again, obviously, and add it to his collection. Except his resources are strapped, so he's picking something else first. Then he's gonna go the Caylus.
Another game on order.
Okay.
That's with
Fair
you
enough.
that hasn't come in. But
For anybody that's been following the industry or us, there's choices to be made. You can't afford to buy every game made. There's just no way. So, Shelby, what'd you think?
I really, really enjoyed it. I did like the mechanics of like pre-planning your turns and then, hopefully it turns out all right for you kind
Yeah.
of thing.
But even if it doesn't, I found myself going, if they take this, I'll do that. So I had plan A,
Yeah.
B, and C sort of planned out because I
Right.
have to be reactive in a lot of cases.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we did make a few mistakes along the way,
Sure.
and but I really enjoyed it. I would definitely play it again and definitely add it to my collection. It is a Euro style game, which is kind of like my niche. I like that type of game. So, yeah, definitely.
Ivan.
I found myself with things that I should like in it, but it never grabbed me. I just never felt into it.
Mhm.
Like I didn't care as much.
Mm.
And it ended up just feeling like it's Monopoly,
Okay.
and I never liked Monopoly.
Okay.
I don't get that impression at all. How so? Like, what?
Just that's the feeling I get. It's just like you're putting your stuff out. You're just moving across the board, putting stuff out for rent, and
Yeah. Okay.
it just I never felt invested in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So it's a.
So
Would
it's
you
a
play it
no,
again?
Nah.
No, I would not add to your collection. Okay, so one thing that hasn't been touched upon: the components are top notch. I mean, as far as you get a nice little vacuum form trade, it pretty much works, which is important. I think it's a little ridiculous to put the
Horse in his own little cubby.
but whatever. I mean, I get that he's important in the game. If you guys go watch First Play that we did, you'll see how he operates. He shuts down production, effectively speaking.
He's a tax collector.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't want to highlight him. I want to bury him. But he's actually not that big. You can manipulate that because
We didn't
if you put
do as much with him as you could have.
kinda, you guys. What I tried to do with it was like, you guys want these buildings. I'm gonna let you deal with it, and there's somebody that doesn't, but I'm not gonna be part of that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hope that you get there so I can collect my two
Yeah,
prestige
2
points,
prestige
right?
points.
I didn't really engage in that battle much. That being said, it's a great game. In my opinion, it shows its age. I think 14 years ago, this game was like exceptional. The problem nowadays is I have so many other games that are like it, and I know we keep going back to Lords of Waterdeep, but theme-wise, that grabs me. That tells me, yeah, man, I'm recruiting clerics and fighters, and they're going, hopefully not to their death, but we're going to gain prestige, and I'm going to machinate and be the Lord of Waterdeep. Here, I just felt like it's another building game, which there's nothing wrong with it. There wasn't enough there to differentiate it from the other games on the market for me to go, I would play it again, just like I would play a lot of other games, but I wouldn't add it to my collection because I don't see enough differentiation. If you don't own a worker placement game, this is definitely one of the better ones. It's good. It's balanced.
And
right?
I think it's like simplistic in that
Yeah.
like different age ranges and different skill levels, I think, could learn to play this game.
Yeah, I mean, Mike says no on the meanness, but I think some of the younger people may have an issue with it, right? I mean, just even moving that guy back and forth, you get nothing, that doesn't usually resonate very well. I wouldn't take it personal as part of the game, but you get how that could be kind of thing. So yeah, it's no, not because there's anything wrong with the game. I just think there's so much out there that's similar to it, and the theme didn't grab me as much as
Which is, I think, kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
I didn't get invested in any of the theme.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you slap Rome on that, and all of a sudden I'm like,
Right?
I'm building
I
this,
want this,
or
yeah.
you put some tentacles, and now you're building temple to the elder gods, and what do you know, John's in.
But then
So
it's more fun because you've got.
yeah, but again, 14 years ago, you had a city building, resource management, worker placement game compared to what? I don't know what else was out there 14 years ago, this style of game. So, I think it's a good game. I mean, you guys should look at it if you don't own something similar or you want just another sort of variant. But that's where I sit at it. So,
And people that are fans of the first one are probably going to get it anyway.
you think so? I wonder if they own the first one, if there's enough difference. I do like the idea of having less to worry about as far as like, look, I got the building, I need 2 gold and 4 stone. Now I got to worry about $3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, plus something else.
Because I mean, it's 9 turns and we played in 2 hours, learning the rules and everything, selecting the characters.
Even with a lot of stopping and thinking of what to do, it felt like it moved quick.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. Anything else?
No,
All right. So I guess that's us for today. See you guys next week. Bye. Maybe. I don't remember if we're playing next week.
We're
We'll find
playing
out.
in like a month. So
Okay. We'll see you whenever. Bye.